ideas in the world. You can have a huge deposit of entrepreneurial instinct, but if the opportunity is not there, best driver, no car, can you drive? No. And that is twofold. Every day I talk about moral guys, please, moral guys, can you please, I beg you, so that we can all benefit. There is time for everything. God bless you. Amen. Talking about opportunity, twofold. How do you position yourself? Our wonderful, beautiful doctor stood here. Another 9 gentlemen stood here. How many of you will take advantage? That is all. So you position yourself for the opportunity. This always you get from NDC NPP. Sorry, let me speak small. I beg you, forgive me. Yes, I understand and I agree with you. But sometimes you yourself ask yourself, are you sure you position yourself for the opportunity? What is wrong with you as a student? So what is wrong? That you go to the Mokala market, you get 2 bags of gari, you package them here and sell to your college students. What is wrong with that? What is wrong with that? There are so many things you can do now because of this social media. This is what I call practical, basic, fundamental, critical, entrepreneurial instinct being triggered. You look at the opportunities around, position yourself, then you start making businesses. So now when you see some of us, you think we haven't suffered before. Somebody said that was London. Fine. But before I went to the university, I was doing 16 hours. You don't believe me, but God is my witness. First 2 hours cleaning, not good places. When I say clean, you understand. Not the Ghana type. When you are cleaning hotel, you know what I'm talking about. Then you go and do 6 hours car wash. Then in the night, kitchen cleaning. Wow. There are people who even were doing, tell me any rich person in Ghana here who has that rosy beginning. Even tell me which of them are professors. Sorry, respectfully. I like book. So you being rich or poor, of course, depends on you. Then another arm of the opportunity is the system, the environment. And that's why we have 2 main risk factors. Systematic risk factor general and unsystematic, which is specific. So sometimes you yourself create a risk for yourself. You're here. How do you use your hours? Time resource. There are some of you after school for the day, they call something in tech, we're calling it what? Always around. You spend like 10 hours just talking. What do you want to do? I quite remember 2009, as usual, I was sacked when we lost power. I was even a civil servant. I wasn't appointed. When I was sacked, instantly, I had masters. I went to Keynote University. I was giving part-time lecturing. I started farming. How I got my land to farm, I didn't pay more than 2,000 because I wasn't having money. From Accra to Kumasi, I stopped 5 or 6 times to ask if I could get land on equity basis. And then, by the grace of God, one man was like, now small, everybody know because oh, there was a so the man looked at me, laughed, and said, I'll show you a piece of land. So he took a bottle of chinap and 2,000 from me. So I started planting plantain and plantain and maize. I was selling plantain, Medina Market, St. John's, all those places, and even maize. Then I started palm plantation. So I was producing Zentex organic palm oil. At least some of my NPC friends here, they bear me a witness, because they were buying. You understand what I'm saying? Then I was lecturing at the same time. I had finance masters. So I started doing business plan for businessmen. So I was doing 3 jobs. I'm telling you. So it depends on you. Maybe at the right time we can explain how you do all this. That is the opportunity. Then the last one is motivation. You can be the best driver, you can have the car, then it's you. Motivation, 2 arms. Every day we are looking at the intrinsic motivational factors. And then capital with this car. No. The intrinsic from you within. Intrinsic motivational factors are not external factors. What is in you that people say that is impossible? You say you do it. Opa. And that is why your definition by the world is different from the definition by God. And that's why the Bible says that I'll take the foolishness of the world to shame the wise, and the weak things to shame the poor. It doesn't mean you are weak. It doesn't mean you are foolish. It's the word that says that now God now way is way any. I feel no. Oh, yes, Captain Ibawi. Then he became a savior. Never ever belittle yourself. Ghana is the only country I've seen that when you are bold and confident and you speak the truth, you're better. And that is why marriages are not working, because people pretend. If you are bold and honest and truthful, when your papa, when you go, so we should pretend and destroy this country. What I'm leaving with you as young people is that always look far from where you are, but know that far from where you are will start with a step forward. What you do here. Lastly, I had a friend on USD campus, now a medical doctor, Opokuari. Vacations, he was selling, is it comb and those things. I don't want to mention. Now he's one of the richest guys here, and he's a medical doctor. You were laughing at him. Some of us, our parents could afford anyway. Now I say, but now he's one of the richest. Start something yourself. Start something yourself. Entrepreneurship is not, I'm lying. I have a statement in Parliament. They called me very late. I couldn't read. I've talked to the education minister. I want Ghana as a country to include entrepreneurship as a course in our JHS and SHS academic curricula. And I'm working on it. Thanks be to God, we have a politician who has employed Kenyans more than any other politician. I'm not saying more than everyone in Ghana, but any other politician in Ghana. Nobody has employed more people than Honorable Keynote. So, ladies and gentlemen, all that I'm saying is that life is what you make. Every day is a sowing. The only thing in life that every day, it doesn't require rain, it doesn't require any weather, whatever to do is life, the seed of life. You hold it. What you sow today will determine tomorrow's fruit. I end here. God bless you. God be with all of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Also soon we are getting to that very big moment. However, with us here again, let me bore you a little bit. With us here, I have Honorable Sadiq Abubakari, a PhD student from the University of Ghana, currently contesting for the office of GRASAC President. He's here with us, one of our very own, right from Kumasi Technical University. Also a lecturer, yes, of course, a lecturer in the Kumasi Technical University. And so Honorable Sadiq Abubakari, give us a wave. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment we've been waiting for. Let me inform you that yesterday was Honorable Alright, before we get there, hold on for me. Before we get there, we'll take a 2-minute presentation from Honorable Agyapong. And so if you are here, please, let's 2 minutes.
the Vice Chancellor of ATU, Honorable Sticker, that people don't know that's your name here.
That's what they do.
Our student loan CEO, Reverend, honorable members, morale members, are you there? And the most beautiful, most freshest, and proud students of ATU. I bring you greetings and good afternoon to you all. I think a lot has been said, and therefore, for me, I stand here with nostalgic feeling. I recall in time past, I used to pass Accra Poly and to Tudu. This school, for your information, has churned out a lot of technical students, mechanical engineers, electrical engineers. This school used to be the backbone of VRE. And therefore, if you are here, there is a reason why you are here. It is said, again, that Africa has the youngest youth in the whole world. About 60% of the population are youth. And therefore, the future of this world belongs to Africa. What are we doing as youth? How productive are we becoming? And on this, I want to thank Vice Chancellor. You are not only setting up a technical university, but what you said is that you are marrying it with what? Entrepreneurship. Our lady from student loan has also given you financing. After having the idea, seeing the opportunity, all you need is what? Financing. My theme is on 3 areas. You need to have the competency to be an entrepreneur. The Reverend rightly said, he was selling ice water. He then went on to what? To produce ice water because he has knowledge in it. He has experience in it. Entrepreneurship is not just starting a business. It's rather starting a business that can stand. And therefore you need to have the competence. He mentioned that he did a feasibility studies when he was going to the NIM3 production. If you go to a bank, you need to have a business plan. You need to have a plan. You need to have a bankable project that would what? Receive funding. Again, who are your customers? Who are you selling to? How well do you know them? What is your target market? What's the niche? I've seen something that is being done by the fashion people. And there, I would want to have some divergent views with the Reverend Doctor. He said we're talking too much about sustainability. The way to go in this world is sustainability. You see that the fashion has been used, reused. So now when you wear clothes, you don't throw it away. You should be able to use it to sew handbags. And it's been done and it's raising a lot of money abroad. Because when you throw it away, it affects the environment. Hello? Hello? So if you have used clothes, I'm creating business for you. I was in Dubai. A lady won an award, recycling of waste. She's 21 years old. What are you doing with your life? Hello? What are you doing with your life? You are in technical university. You are being taught innovation. Okay? Throughout my work, international trade, I've been to Thailand, I've been to Indonesia. The bedrock of a nation is technology and innovation. Government has tried to do so many things. But the way to go in Ghana, as it's been said, only 10% of the population will go into formal. Then 90%, what are we doing? Hello?
Hi.
Agro processing is being said. And Prof, I would encourage you. You are doing well, but there is more to do. And I'll give you some ideas. When I was in Exam had a collaboration with UCC. So 20 students were selected. They did a pitch of the ideas that they have. And they were giving 100,000 each to be able to come out with the ideas. I think you should be writing to some of the financial institutions so that the students here who have ideas in fashion, who have ideas in welding, who can do prototype of things, will then be able to receive funding, and therefore in the next 2-3 years we will turn innovation people in this country. Having the competence, knowing your customer, that brings clarity. The last is connectivity. We are on campus. Some of you become CEOs. Some of you become CEOs of industry.
I receive it.
Who are you connecting with? All we hear is, oh, we are socializing. But socialize with the right people. Form the right allies. That can give you ideas. You heard him say that somebody had an idea. The person didn't go to anybody. He contacted him because he seen something that was in him. You have those people sitting around you. Hello?
Hi.
If we say we talk about our practical life, he said I sold more money. He has sold BK. I've sold both roads, cassava. Again, the story is that I've been an orphan at the age of 3.
Oh, my God, sorry.
Hello? So all of us sitting here have gone through it. But it is said in entrepreneurship, you need to be a servant before you become a master. On that note, I thank you all for...
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, with all the presentations being said, I just want to plead on behalf of another aspect of people who are here. There are others who are actually not students. We have alumnus over here. We have people from the societies who have joined in here to listen. And I believe that they also need that opportunity. So a group like Campus Style putting this together. One young man, right from Technical University, has been self-funding all of these things. And I think that he needs that opportunity as well. If he gets a little push, one man self-funded, that's the gentleman in the suit today. That is also going to help. Beloved, there is one woman here, if I forget to introduce, I'm not sure I can pass through Medina again, and I have to do this introduction. A very strong and energetic woman who has been very loyal to Honorable Kennedy Agyapong. Please, Agyapong is here with us. A round of Thank you so much. So I was reminding us that yesterday was Honorable Kennedy Agyapong's birthday. It would be an honor to one day wake up and point hands. If God blesses our father here to be the best gentleman of the land, we can boastfully say that in 2025 I celebrated birthday with the president. Is that okay? And so, a little thing we want to do for him, the Jama group will do something very small for him. Thereafter, we will have him to come and speak to us. And so, over to the Jama group.
applause. Ladies and gentlemen, you can do it better. Much more louder round of applause for them. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, history has been kind to Accra Technical University for an important reason. Just mentioned a short while ago, yesterday, Honorable Ken turned 65. And ladies and gentlemen, I said history has been kind to you because Accra Technical University is the first university in the whole country. Accra Technical University holds the honor of being the first university in Ghana to host Honorable Ken Agyapong just a day after his birthday. Ladies and gentlemen, for his public speech, ladies and gentlemen, this is not a coincidence. And this will never be overlooked in the annals of history for so many years to come. Put your hands together for yourself. So, Mr. President, Accra Technical University has joined so many well-wishers from around the world, including international leaders, international organizations, Ghanaian leaders, Ghanaian statesmen, the youth in celebrating you. From all of us, we say we wish you well, we wish you good health, and we wish you a fulfillment of your presidential ambition. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to do this under 4 minutes. And I'm happy that the whole program is about entrepreneurship and business, because you have the right man to speak to you as a keynote speaker. For 45 years, Honorable Ken Agyapong has been a major businessman, an entrepreneur, and a philanthropist in the whole world. He's a highly successful businessman who has a strong presence in the media industry, strong presence in the manufacturing industry, and strong presence in the cold store industry. Ladies and gentlemen, the keynote speaker, you will know that he's the founder and the owner of Ken City Media Limited, operators of Network TV, Amidst FM, Ash FM, NAP Radio, and others. Ladies and gentlemen, in the world of manufacturing, Honorable Ken Agyapong, among the several manufacturing companies he has, he owns, or he's the owner of Ashanti Steel Company Limited. The first Ghanaian owned, and the emphasis is very important, the first Ghanaian owned and the first one-man, the greatest one-man steel company in the whole of Africa, valued at almost $100 million US. Ladies and gentlemen, I mentioned again that in the area of cold storage, Honorable Ken Agyapong still has a very strong presence there. And I'm happy to mention to all of you that he is the owner of the largest cold stores in the whole of Africa. over 61,000 metric tons. Go to Nama and see. He's always driven by passion to employ a lot of youth. And as a result, he has employed over 7,000 workers across the world. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end on this, but it cannot be lost on me by ending without mentioning that the keynote speaker is an astute politician. Ladies and gentlemen, with over 40 years of political experience, a founding member of the New Patriotic Party, formed in 1992. Ladies and gentlemen, 1992, he didn't contest any elections. When he was 32 years, 1996, he did not contest any elections. But in the year 2000, Honorable Ken stepped up and contested the parliamentary elections in the then Synod constituency and won the seat for the first time for the New Patriotic Party. Ladies and gentlemen, in the year 2004, he contested again. He won. In the year 2008, he contested again. He won. In the year 2012, he contested. He won. In the year 2016, he contested. He won. In the year 2020, he contested and he won. He never lost any parliamentary election. Ladies and gentlemen, and finally, in the year 2023, Honorable Ken Agyapong contested the flag bearership position of the New Patriotic Party and gave a showdown an ambition he is still committed to. The world celebrates him as the father for the fatherless, the voice for the voiceless, the hope for the hopeless, a compassionate philanthropist. He's a leader you can trust, patriotic, honest, disciplined, bold, fearless. Ladies and gentlemen, with God.
Thank you very much.
Master.
the CEO of Students' Loans Authority, honorable members present, the Reverend, students, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to you all. First, let me take this opportunity to thank the Vice Chancellor for physically being present at this occasion. I've visited quite a number of universities. We meet the school authorities at their board meetings. And this exceptional Vice Chancellor has taken time to be physically present. I also take opportunity to thank the LSRC for organizing this program and also inviting me to speak on entrepreneurship. Today's work, I think, has been easy for me because the first speaker, the Reverend, when he delivered his address or speech, I asked myself, if we have this person on this campus, why then invite Agyapong? But I also thought that look, variety is also important. Probably you wanted to hear and get new ideas also from me. But indeed, Reverend, thank you very much. You've tackled the topic. You know, when he was speaking, narrating his story about his humble beginnings, it reminded me of my humble beginning as well. A young boy, a village boy from Asenedonto, sat the common entrance 3 times. Why 3 times? In the village, people were scared, or students were scared even to choose the so-called famous schools. So the first common entrance, when I was in Form 2, I passed and I was supposed to go to Dunkwa Ofin. My father was a teacher in Kumasi. When he heard Dunkwa Ofin, Honorable, forgive me, that's where he's from. My father said no. The second time, Form 3, I chose Asim Mansu. When I passed, he came back and said, no, you cannot go to Asim Mansu.
Oh, why?
I didn't understand. Then, when I was in Form 4, he came all the way from Kumasi to fill the common entrance forms. And there were 3 choices: first choice, second choice, third choice. And he wrote first choice at the Saturday College, second choice at the Saturday College, third choice at the Saturday College. So the village boy, I didn't understand why my father was insisting on the Saturday College. So I finally got admission to Saturday College. And when I went there, the first day, I took my trunk and chop box. I took a taxi from Cape Coast because that time from Asim Fosu to Cape Coast today, because of the road, the nature of the road, it takes you about 45 minutes. That time, a champion's time, 45 minutes. That time was 4 hours. The road was so bad, it was so dusty. When I got to Saturday College and I was taking my trunk and chop box from the taxi. A senior saw me and called me, hey, come here. I went, then he asked me, what is your name? I said, Kwame Agyapong. Where are you from? No, I was fortunate not to have mentioned Asindop. I said, Asim Fosu. Why I'm fortunate is that even Asim Fosu, he didn't know where Asim Fosu was. So he asked me, where is Asim Fosu?
Far from home.
You know, I only have to give description. And when he saw my face, my hair, the black hair was brown because of the road. He looked at me and said, you are what? Kwame Agyapong. A FOMO. In the class, you know, we had students from Radiant Way Association, Morning Star, all kinds of international schools in Accra and Kumasi. And that village boy, I was tall, so I was behind. Any new master who comes to the class will ask everybody to introduce himself. And when it gets to me, all these young guys will turn around. When I mention my name, Kwame Agyapong, a FOMO, Anu Blofu Cheme. They were teasing us, those of us from the rural areas. But with hard work, here we are today.
Here we are.
So I see myself
By the grace of God.
in very and I got opportunity to come to Accra because fortunately my father and my mother divorced. I say fortunately because if they had not divorced, I would have been at the same dumping to A. But, you know, my mother came to Accra, married a new man, and I had the opportunity to come to Accra. And what my mother was doing was trading. She was trading just here. It's not too far from here, Okanshi. And what I normally do after school, I was in Form 3 when I came to Accra. I will select some of the items that my mother was selling in a box. And I can walk from Okanshi to Kokomlemle, Challenge Bookshop, that's where we live. I can walk from Okanshi to Bubuash, hawking on the street. Yes, pick a chocolate, that announce it, yes, raw. Yes, pick a chocolate, that announce it, yes, raw. Those were the items on the board. So when I see my beautiful lady here, I will approach her and say, yes, speaking. I remember one night, we come home around 5 to eat, then we go back 6:30 because Kokomlemle, Adabraka, and Circle, there were so many hotels. And I remember one of them, Princeway Hotel. One night we went to Princeway Hotel, and you know, those days, they had blue lights. Yeah, disco lights. And there was a lady, there was a guy chatting you know, some ladies, and we went there. Yes, so she got annoyed and reported to the owner. I stepped out. My stepbrother was not fortunate. He's called Agyapong. Now he's a reverend minister. And he actually beat the hell out of him. Yeah, because, you know, when I want to enjoy, he's spoiling somebody's connection. So we went through all this. After Form 5, I went to Winneba Secondary School from Asada College. When I was in sixth form, I was selling Peugeot parts. I'll go to Nigeria, bring Peugeot parts by road. We come all the way to Badagry, Badagry to Lomé, Dahomey, then Lomé, Aflao, and Accra. And the spare parts dealers were around at Abraka here, behind Nigeria Airways. That's where I had my customers. And I'll go and do business. Until I went to Germany. In Germany, I was washing plates. I wanted to go to America and started working at the bakery, Zaro Bakery. I graduated to get another job, gas station, the filling stations you have here. So I have two jobs, Zaro Bakery and the Gasiteria gas station. We continued. Then I bought my first taxi. I became a taxi driver. And within 7 months, I had 8 taxis. Because every day, those days, I was saving $100 a day. So 30 days, whether Monday to Sunday, no day, I don't break.
No resting day.
I save $100 a day.
A day.
$3,000 a month. Then I'll go to auction, buy a taxi, Chevy Caprice or Chevy Impala. And in America, if you are driving those days, if you are not careful, you'll be shot easily. So they normally put a bulletproof as a partition between the driver and the passenger. So I'll buy this from Camden Town in New Jersey and do the insurance, the partition, then I'll give the car to a driver. The driver pays $40 a day. And 7 days, I don't want no stories. If you are coming to give me story, it means the car has broken down and it needs to be fixed. If you don't tell me this, no excuse. $280 a week. You know? So with 7 taxis, including mine, which was 8, I bought my first house for my mother at East Legon.
Free.
At that time, I gave the money to Azuma Nelson and his manager, Mr. Asa. That time, they had thrown out my stepfather and my mother from their residence, where Jubilee House is. It was the Brewers Quarters.
Sure.
And they moved them. So when I heard of it, I had saved $16,000. So I gave it to Azuma Nelson and his manager to come and make a deposit. And Mr. Assad did very well.
God bless you.
He actually went around with my parents to look for a house for them. And the cost was $24,000 in 1988. So when he called me and said, we'll have a place for your mother, I sent the $8,000 as well. So my first house in Ghana here was 1987. I was 27 years.
Wow. What's up?
I'm sharing this with you to give you encouragement that sky is the limit. And whatever you dream of and take action with it, trust me, one day you'll be somebody. Every individual here can be an entrepreneur. Nobody is born entrepreneur. It's never true. But it is an individual's vision, individual's ambition, individual's dream
Sure.
that will make you become an entrepreneur. So what should be your dream and your strategy? I give you 4 and 5. 5 areas. And I've given it acronym called GOSPA. G stands for goals. O stands for objective. S stands for strategy. P stands for planning. And A stands for activity. This should be a dream for any of the students here who wants to become an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Then I'll give you, before I come to the practical, let me give you or do a little academic exercise with you. You need, if you want to be an entrepreneur or entrepreneur, you should have certain qualities. And there are 7 qualities.
Qualities.
Which are 1, vision. 2, courage. 3, integrity. 4, humility. 5, foresight. 6, focus. And 7, cooperation. Let me touch on each a little bit. Who has a vision? The one who has a vision is the one who foresees the future and how it becomes to him. And I'm saying that, look, I have a vision. My vision is my dream. That one day I want to own businesses. And how I'm going to get these businesses done. I have to look into the future. I have to look for opportunities. Areas that are empty or you have vacuums. You fill those vacuums with your dreams. When we are able to do that and say that I was born and bred from a poor home, but I always made sure I turned around my negatives to be blessing. My negatives in life always gave me a challenge. When I fall, I say that I'm not going to fall again, and I'll rise up. This is how you have to psych your mind. The vision will come with a lot of challenges, but you need to be courageous. That's the second point. Courageous. Who are those people who have the courage? The ones who have the courage are the ones who are ready to take risk. Risk. The future belongs to those who are ready to take risk. The future does not belong to those security seekers. Who are those who can take risk? I can see this room because I smell money all the time.
Sure.
I smell money all the time. And therefore, wherever I go, I look at the environment, the atmosphere, and say to myself, like Reverend said, the vacuum, and I fill the vacuum. You might not know your profit today, but you take advantage of the situation and invest in it. You are better off than the one who always have money and go and put it in treasury bills. They are security seekers because they don't want to lose their money. They want a bank to manage what they have for them at an interest so that they'll be safe. Trust me. They will do well by taking care of their daily needs, but they cannot go out there because they are afraid to take risk. So those who take risk are going to be the entrepreneurs, and will invite managers. There's difference between an entrepreneur and a manager. A manager is the one who puts management together to run the business. An entrepreneur is the one who has the creative mind and vision and courage to establish the business with all the risk involved. If you want to succeed, young men and women present here, it's not rocket science. You have to be honest in your dealings with people. If you are not honest, I took over a company, and the new suppliers wanted to see the owner of the new company. They came to me. Before they got here, they had done a research about me, who I am and everything before they got here. After inspection and the meeting, we decided to go to lunch. And when we went to lunch, a lady asked me a question. Can you do me a favor? So, why not? Go ahead. And she said, a guy has duped her $70,000 and she's about to lose her job in Belgium because she trusted this young man in Ghana here and gave the raw materials to him on credit. After receiving it, he's giving excuses to him and to her that she has not received those things. Meanwhile, they checked the bill of lading and those items have been cleared. What the young man refused to know is that it's a small world. They are all in petrochemical industries. So if you deceive one, the information goes to the second, the third, the fourth, and you are blocked. The moment you mention your company's name, they blacklisted you. 3 days ago, let me tell you, my son called me from Zanzibar or Tanzania and said, Daddy, you know what? You always advise us with this honesty, and I didn't get it. But you know what has happened? I bought 16 ADT machines for a gentleman, cash, $7 million I paid and gave it to him. He said he has a contract at Insurano Mines. All the numbers he gave me. The first month he couldn't pay, gave an excuse. Second, third, it got to a point he was not paying at all. So I took my machines from him. He duped somebody in Liberia, he got into problems. Now he went to Tanzania and never thought to meet my son there. In a mining conference, he has gone to deceive people, entrepreneurs to come and invest. He's the biggest mining company, in terms of hiring equipment and all those things. Unfortunately for him, Dangote's partner, his son, is my son's best friend. And they were all there. So, in the meeting, he said, no, We have one Ghanaian miner here. And you know, my son was born in America. He's worse than me. He got there and saw the guy's face in presence of all the businessmen. He told him to his face, "Oh, don't deal with this guy. He's a criminal. He took my father's machine and he never paid. He ran away." Case closed. Now he's lost all the businesses because of dishonesty. When he was doing me, he thought we would never meet again. We didn't meet in Ghana. It was in Tanzania. And my son destroyed his business by telling the truth. Now, when my son mentioned that, oh, my father has these mining equipment, oh, then arrange for us to meet him. There and there, they Google. They have information. Because of honesty, I don't even know them, but they are prepared to work with me. So integrity is very, very important. Humility. You have to be bold and decisive, but you have to be humble when we are dealing with people. Your workers, if you don't treat them well, forget it. I believe you invited me here because of personal experience and not that I'm a philosopher or a professor or anything. So permit me to share personal experiences with you. Okay? Humility. The company that I took over, I went there to inspect. And the sad part is that Ghanaians, when they are dealing with foreigners, excuse my language, Madam William and the rest, they are my team members. Ghanaians will tolerate nonsense from foreigners, but they will never tolerate anything a Ghanaian does. Why I'm saying that is that I visited their toilet and 335 Ghanaians working there. It was an eyesore. And right by their toilet, they have a canteen. Yes. And they bring, a lady comes out there, 12 to sell. And these workers. So when I saw it, I said, what? Is that the conditions you live in here as workers? The place is so hot. The ventilators are not working. I go into the factory, within 1 hour, I'll be sweating all over. I'll be sweating. And Ghanaians tolerated it. So I said, let's renovate the toilet, move the canteen away from here. Now they have a new canteen, they have a new, renovated toilet facilities. Then again, their salary. Can you imagine that today, somebody works for 30 days and his salary is 547 Ghana cedis?
Oh, where are they? More real.
You know, when I took over, the capacity, he needed, the workforce should be 335, but he was working around 200 people. Because most of the people had left because of salary and the way they treat them. I went through their books and gave instructions, double the salaries for all of them. Then I enticed them with number of hours. If you do more than 8 hours, you pay extra, but don't charge them anything, let them take it home. And production has gone up. The last time, production and revenue went up by 27% because of the way how I treat them. So humility. Then foresight. You need to have a dream. That's where the gospel comes in. Everybody here should have a dream. And this is the way I want my life to be. And when you do that, you'll be an exceptional person among your colleagues. Because some are just complacent. The little they get, they are happy. You need to challenge yourself. No, Madam is here. Maybe it's the first time she's seen me, so I'm not able to speak well. You know, because I was from poor, maybe I had the brains. As for economics, I'm good. At Southern College, we're only boys. So when we come back home, we have this vacation employment. Vacation classes. I don't know if it's still there. And then you are higher than that. And you know, my contribution in the class at West Africa, I was attracted to the beautiful girls. But they were always disappointed when they came to my house to visit. Yeah, they were disappointed. And so they all deserted me. I've had a couple of broken hearts. I turned it around. And one of the ladies, I told her, one day I'll be somebody. And I've challenged myself. One day I happened to meet her at the Heathrow airport. And first class passengers, we went through first. And she was at the economy. And before the plane took off, she wanted to come to first class just to talk to me. And the flight attendants blocked her. They didn't allow her. So I saw a lot of colleagues or friends in the business class. So I can go anywhere. But even business class, you can't come to first class. Yeah. So I went to business class and I was talking to friends. Then I saw somebody waving. And that was it. So I went there at the economy. And they said, no, I wanted to come to first class. And I saw it. I said, Janet, you read the Bible. You read the Bible. The story about Lazarus and the rich man. You know, he wanted just a drop of water. But Lazarus told him where we are. Big difference. And I said, you know what? I thank you because you've challenged me. She came to Ghana, I gave her a car for her family. So always turn your negatives to a blessing by working hard. If you work hard, sky will be the limit. So young men and women here, you have to stay focused. You have to dream big and do things big. Don't waste your time here. Don't keep up the Joneses. Some of you, When you see Miss Apaba, that's how I see it. With a nice shoe.
God of Janet.
Maybe you are from a poor home like mine, but you want to keep up the Joneses because your friend is wearing an expensive clothes or bag. I'm afraid it's not going to help you. Save your money and savings. Through savings, you get capital, and through capital, you invest by taking the risk. And one day, you'll be more than Kennedy Agyapong.
Yeah.
You have to stay focused. There are economic turmoil. You think or you dream that, oh, in the next 2 years, my company should grow to this level, my profit margin should be this. But natural disaster may happen, everything will happen, and you will not hit your target. You don't give up. You just have to stay focused. You know your dream. You know why you established the business. And trust me, it will bear fruits. Then cooperation. How you organize your business. The people in there, how you delegate powers, your managers. If you treat them well, trust me, you're going to succeed. So these are qualities, 7 qualities that you need for your business to thrive. I think time is not on our side, so I may not be able to go through the 7 determinants of business success. But I'll give the pointers to you at an appropriate time. Maybe we'll have opportunity to, because I want to address some of your issues here. First one is productivity. The 7 determinants of business success. Productivity, customer satisfaction is very, very important. Yeah. Innovations is also very, very important. Quality of your products.
Are you writing?
Quality of your products is also very, very important. Organizational development. Building people. All these areas, if you put them together and do it well, you will succeed. Now let's come to campus. Look. Your president says something that touched heart. As a nation, we don't know what we want, and our priorities are wrong. Completely, our priorities are wrong, based on the statement the president made. Why do I say our priorities are wrong? Because special emphasis is not placed on technical education.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm an employer, and I'm telling you, I have a plumber. Fine. I asked of him last week, and I said, oh, he's studying in America. You know, the way he's building his business. This plumber takes a contract for me, about 5 million Ghana cedis. So 5 million Ghana cedis, minimum profit of 10% is what? Is 500,000 divided by 12. Divided by 12 and see how much he makes a month. Meanwhile, Net 2 television or Ken City, it is only now that is going up. The director takes about 8,000, 9,000 home tax. He has master's degree in sociology, in communication. But the plumber working for me with a contract of 5 million, I know they make more than 10%, but I want to be modest. He makes 500,000 from one contract that he took for me. And the sad part, Lizzie, is that as a city or standing here, I'm looking for engineers, mechanical and electrical. And the sad part is, we went to India to recruit engineers to come and work in Ghana. When we went, they had a discussion with me and they said, the steel plant will take 1,000 workers a day with 24 hours. 12 hours 500, 12 hours 500. They need engineers and technicians, 300
Engineers.
to man, yes, to man the small factory that are produce the plastics. The Indians, the expatriates are 15. And the steel plant is about 15 times bigger than the platinum. So at the meeting, I told them, I'm not going to accept it. A Ghanaian, a politician, establishing my own business, and I don't have confidence in my own people. Hell no, I will do it. My son agreed, my cousin agreed, my wife agreed. I said no, I will not. I will not allow 300 Indians to come and control 700 Ghanaians. When a Ghanaian is paying, I won't do it. And 3 against 1 plus the Indians, so about 5 against 1. But of course, I'm the one paying. So I said no. So meet us halfway. Now they are coming in. I'm getting visas for 120 engineers to come from India. And the 180 will come from Ghana here. Easy. I want you to bring some of your mechanical and electrical. I don't know how they call it. In America, they call it intention. Yeah, let them come and train. And the good ones, I may employ them. Every year, you come. I'm sharing this with you for you to know the importance of you sitting here. Don't be discouraged. You are the money makers. The pragmatic ones will always make more money than the tourists. That's why I'm so impressed with Reverend. I mean, giving details of it. I said to myself, why should I even be here? So believe in yourself that you can do it. You are going to establish your own business one day, but you have to start from here. A beautiful lady here said you have, you can come for loans and grants. See, if you are smart and you have the grant the first year, whatever money you have to save it. You have to save it. And student loans, sometimes, I don't want to give you bad advice. Even sometimes, the loan, you can make some money out of it and invest that somewhere. By the time you come out of college, in fact, a gentleman did not join us today. Approaches series. If you've heard of him, Approaches series. Yeah, he was in tech when he started writing those science books. And after tech, he employed his own mate, colleague from tech to be his manager. Why? Because he had a vision and he has creative mind. He thinks far. So be among those who have creative minds. Be among those who want to challenge themselves and say to themselves that sky is the limit. You can do it. If you look at the poor guy sitting here and standing before you, and the way you are paying attention to listen to what I'm saying, clap for yourself. So, President, I want to assure you that you've not gone wrong by choosing to be here on this campus or any of the technical institutions. You are the future of this country. If indeed you want to develop, it should be engineering, technology, IT. That is the way for Ghana to develop. So believe in yourself that you are the future of this country. Have confidence that you are also going to make it in life. Listening to all the speakers here, ask yourself, what have you learned from it? It is not anything big that you cannot do it. Because sharing our background with Exim Bank, former Exim Bank CEO, on the ground way west, no drama money. You know, remember the money the man done. It means it's possible. And one day, say to yourself, one day I'll be somebody.
I'll be somebody.
One day I'll be somebody.
I'll be somebody.
One day I'll be bigger than Kennedy. Inspire yourself. Don't give up. There will be challenges, difficulties. But strike hard when the iron is hot. And remember what I said. The future belongs to the risk takers and not security seekers. So, ladies and gentlemen, the VC, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity. We need collaboration with this all the technical schools. I think this Friday I'll be in Kumasi. And July I'll be in Kumasi again. For the July one is Apia Minka something.
Use me, Daddy.
Yeah. You are the future of this country.
Yes.
And we want to collaborate. You are the first technical institutions to invite me. I want to challenge all of you here. I want young men and women with innovations. Whatever you develop here, if I see the future in your project, I'm fully funded. What I want you to do, in fact, when we have opportunity, you see, I see that VC is an academician. Now VC, you have to smell money. You know what? Even in the church, the pastors, the bishops, they all put their problem before you, before they even allow you to go. When we were in the boardroom, I was expecting BC to tell me the challenges before we get in. I have some business partners in Dubai.
Okay.
And they always donate equipment. Donate equipment to some of the African institutions. From here, I'll call them and tell them that I've identified the university.
God bless you.
When they say yes, I will personally buy the ticket
For us.
for you and one of your trusted students. To go and inspect the equipment. Again, TVET and COVID, Amidst, all those equipment, I can tell you, I supply them. So I know the Indians, I have them. Last week they were here to hassle me for the rest of their payments. You know, so all those, as I speak, I have an engineer installing all those equipment in the various schools. So as for technical education, if I'm the president of this country, and this, you know, I just live across. I'm at Movenpick.
Wow.
Villa number 12.
Okay.
I could have crossed to this side. My protocol is, hey, Honorable Agyapong is on the street. So I had to, you know. So let's have collaboration and we see how best we can also promote technical institutions. So all I'm saying is, the organizers, thank you very much. Hello. I know it costs to organize this program. So I donate 20,000.
Please, let's stand up. We are singing this song for Nabakada. MC will take over. That's the song. All I got
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, you can kindly take your seats now. Kindly take your seats.
Take your seat.
We have spent quite some time over here. We will try